think Blazing is already part of my Discord, right? So let me give him rights.
Let me just see.
Because he's doing some shit right now. Okay, he's got rights.
Yes, Brits. If you need any help with setting up channels properly and stuff, just let me know. I
Yeah,
am
so
knowledgeable about that, as you can imagine.
yeah, obviously you run like
Don't
five
get to
fucking.
Can say you don't get to a big.
You wanna talk? You want? Kislips wants to fucking talk and chat. All right, Kislips, come say hello, and then you can fuck off. Okay. Where you at? What are you called? Boo boo? What?
Low.
All right, Kislips, there you go. I've given you the role. Come say hello, and then I'm taking the role off you. Join the podcast real quick.
Good evening.
Hello. Wow, you don't sound like an eagle.
Oh, it's crazy, right?
I thought you were an eagle, bro. What's going on?
Sorry to disappoint.
My immersion's been complete.
I'm sorry.
My immersion's been ruined.
Yeah, I shattered your immersion.
Fuck. Wait, am I gay?
I appreciate that.
Wait, am I gay, guys?
Nah, there's no way.
I have to take the triad call. Sorry, I have to mute myself.
It's all right, bro.
Discuss business.
Appreciate it.
I have to go to a Chinese party later in like an hour.
Oh shit. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
You can kick me anytime.
No, I stay because there's not enough people here anyway. I need to test like the slots and shit.
He needs to fix the rules
Okay,
because you
that's
can't
no
even see this.
problem.
You can't even see this channel with the podcast rule. That's what he needs to fix.
Wait, can you not see the podcasting with it? How did Boo Boo join?
Skopid pulled me in here from another channel.
Oh, weird, because Kislips was able to see it and join. Maybe maybe one of my other roles overrides it.
I got the podcast role.
Yeah,
so
no,
I was able to join, yeah.
I got the podcast role, streamer role, verified role. Like, you've definitely done something to.
Unlucky.
If I leave right now, it's not going to show up in my list.
Wait, is my podcasting showing now? Hold on. Hey guys, welcome. Actually, yeah, it's showing it. Perfect.
Damn, bro, this guy's got like the whole like a better profile. Kiss lips is one compared to mine. You know what I'm saying? Mine just looks basic and newbie.
Yeah, but he's a professional e-girl, so
He's got the pure like little VTuber model, you know.
Kupo this. What do you guys think of my logo for my podcast?
Looks smashing.
The thing is, I'll entertain people in the chat here. I can't actually change this profile picture because I accidentally formatted my Windows and lost everything, and so the person who gave me this PFP and no longer have it. So if I change it, it's lost to the ether.
Dane Walker, how you doing? What's up, gamer? Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Kupo this podcast. Talk Crystal. No, I lied.
Don't you just love when you open like random social media or you're in a social media tab and you just read one of the maddest things ever?
Oh yeah, I love loading in Twitter and then it's the most racist shit you've ever fucking seen. And then it's liked by the best politicians you ever know.
There's people in the chat right now. I'm gonna get people's opinions on this because you know he's not doing anything anyway. But I just read a woman missed her child's first birthday to sleep with a rapper for internet fame, and now she has no husband or internet fame.
Oh
Or,
yeah, I saw this. I saw this one.
or child.
On. Yeah, yeah. So I saw this one like on YouTube and even on Twitter and even on the information because it went in the information in France. Because she's French. So
Oh,
and it was
like
kind of
a
funny
average day
because
in London.
and it was kind of funny because she was saying at the end that she got like scammed and everything, but like she had a divorce with her husband and she had a son, I think, and the dad, I mean, like the husband had to pay like nearly like 1 million from the divorce, so for it to
Jesus.
pay the scammer.
Well, I mean,
That's actually dumb.
she probably wanted to marry the rap artist for like money, but she ended up fucking breaking her marriage and her husband.
No, basically it was a scammer that was basically
Oh,
impersonating Brad Pitt. And because Brad Pitt just got like what's the name divorced with like his wife,
okay.
the scammer literally said, "Well, like I'm Brad Pitt, I can't use my account, and then you know like you need to give me money and shit like that." Um,
I mean, it's a bit.
I mean, she's
Would
50
you?
years old. She doesn't know anything about media and shit like that. So you know.
I mean, I'll be like, you know, for me, I would be like, why is a fucking global fucking actor asking me for money? You know, that's the first question I would ask.
Well, it's funny you should ask that because you know what's another really big scam? Paying for the subscription of this game right now with the content drop that we have.
True.
So I'll just bring it back there for all the men in the chat.
True. Don't
Yeah.
don't buy this game if you're not subscribed to Final Fantasy 14. Do yourself a favor. Don't fucking do it, man.
I mean,
Yeah, wait till they actually care again, and then buy is my suggestion.
I mean,
If you're already locked into the game, I'm sorry, but you're one of us now. But if you're not,
Don't listen to
wait till-
Yato. Don't listen to that Yato. He literally makes thousands of pounds a month off this game, so obviously he has a reason to sub.
Yeah, true.
no, it's not just that. It's just I was gonna say like if you start the game, Final Fantasy the game in general, when you start the game, it's overwhelming because you have like literally 1 decade of content. But this problem with this 1 decade content is you won't be able to do like literally the 8 years of content because it's too old and no one are doing them.
Yeah.
So you will be stuck with like literally like the last year in terms of content, and this last year was dry, like super dry. Unless you love running Criterion Dungeon.
Yeah,
How
that's
filtered is this stream slash podcast right now?
Well, I
as long
guess
as you
it's
stay within
Twitch.
TOS, stay within TOS, and don't personally attack others.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
okay.
I'm easy, bro. I'm
Well,
easy.
yeah. Well, just gotta make sure.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I mean, obviously we
Because
kind of we kind of need to
I
stay
was
within
about
TOS.
yeah, it was gonna be within TOS. I was gonna have a hot take here about Final Fantasy non-content players, basically.
Oh, go on. I mean, the thing is with Final Fantasy, to enjoy the Final Fantasy, you have to do, you have to kind of like third party it up, you know, like all the top 10 players.
You have to be in the fantasy of the fantasy.
Exactly.
But I just feel like, as a comparison, right, our Final fantasy players, that fantasy, the club life, and
I think that's what I'm missing, bro. I'm missing that.
the other things that they do that we will not speak about on Twitch TV because don't think I'm allowed to talk about them. But I feel like the Final Fantasy players are like just the poor VR chat players because they can't afford the models, bro.
I mean,
You know what I mean? And
you look,
they can't afford the cyberware. They can't afford the body enhancements.
you're looking at a professional VR artist right here, Kiss Lips. This motherfucker Fantasia's 3 times a week, bro. 3 times a week. This motherfucker. It's crazy.
Okay.
He's funding this. He's funding this fucking game on his own.
Okay,
Him
here,
and
here,
hi-
here the thing is not very smart because he could literally just download plugins and literally use glamour and change character 24/7 without paying any money to Final Fantasy. Like, that's not really.
Photoshop vision. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
some people, listen, bro. Some people aren't like you, Yato. They have to know that other people see them how they look on the outside and on the inside. So you know. I don't know
I-
what you're about to say, but they could just have Ma. But the reality, not everyone has Ma. So you know.
I mean, here I see like shading saying that they made their own like VR chat like model. I've seen your model on stream. It's like a rig of like using like XIV like model. It's very well made. I'm pretty sure you like rigged everything by yourself. So that's,
Yoshi P, I don't know what they're talking about. Hands up.
We're talking about VR chat, dude. We're not talking
VR
Oh,
about
oh, okay. My bad,
Yeah,
my
dude.
bad, my
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like Blender and Unity and stuff.
We're segueing, you know, to be okay friendly within the
Okay,
14 seconds.
my bad. Who's feeling confident having a chat? Sheldon, Chaos's favorite samurai. You wanna drop? You wanna come on the chat?
He's probably in queue, to be honest.
There's no stalking plugin. Oh god, you know what? We should talk about that a little bit. That shit is wild, bro.
Wait,
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
god, we can talk about this, yeah.
That shit is wild, fam.
Okay, but before you do that, can I just add on the biggest drama on Twitch because we all know what it
Oh
is.
my god.
Like
Which
how is this guy doubling down again today? Like I don't get it. Like this
Wait,
guy.
did Pirate Software double down again, like for like the 8th time or something?
Yeah, it's like I don't it's like an octa double down or something. I don't know what level we're at now, but it just keeps going. Yeah,
Okay,
it's just
okay.
insane.
I looked at him streaming because you know like I follow him on Twitch and I like kind of
Yeah.
look at him like when I like
Mhm.
don't do anything. He was doing a raid in Usher Creation
Yes.
and it's playing like wizard and there is a spell on wizard. It does like a thunderbolt that goes slowly
Yeah.
towards enemies. But the problem is if there is no wall, the thunderbolt is gonna continue until it hit a wall. But the problem is he casted it in front of like a corridor, like they are fighting in a corridor, and the problem is they can only pull like one monster at a time, and so the thunderbolt slowly goes towards the enemy, the first one, and then it hit the first one, and then it continue, and it hit the mob that's not aggroed, and it literally wipes everyone, and like all the red died.
But yeah, let me give some advice to people. Yeah, if you mess up, just say sorry and move on. Don't triple down, and also don't say that you're an ex Blizzard employee of 7 years.
yeah, but
Just say, like,
I'm an ex Blizzard employee of 7 years. You know.
true. I'm gonna
Yes,
sign. I'm gonna sign that off every when I lose my job. Ex government official, like of 10 years. Every time,
okay.
if I ever lose my
Have
job.
you?
Dude.
I don't know if you guys heard this. Um, you guys heard about the like Tommy Innit video that he like called the Dream like a few days ago. I mean, it's not that big because it's just like the Minecraft community. But basically, he was saying that Dream was manipulating him, and he was also saying that because his mom, like Tommy Innit's mom, is like handicap, like she has like mentally handicapped, and he was literally calling her like the R word. So you know,
Oh yeah, we don't do that. We call normal people the R word in the EU.
Yeah.
I
but
mean,
I also think it was kind of like baiting for viewers because right now Tommy Innit is not doing very well in content creation. Like he used to stream like I think 2 years ago, like during COVID. It was like 2 years ago. It was streaming on Twitch. It was like 200k viewers at once, and now it's like 2k max. You know.
Oh no, only 2K viewers. How will he survive? How will he live that luxurious life? You know.
Mm-hmm.
What do we? What? Let's talk about drama. Let's bring a little light to our local drama. You know. What do we think of our local EU drama?
The
Any
one with the
any
squid?
any lawyers? Any lawyers in call right now?
I know a few lawyers.
You know a few lawyers.
Yeah, yeah.
I know one, but
Which lawyer do you know?
I know professional lawyers who don't lie about the criteria. Yeah.
Ah,
I mean,
fair enough. I mean,
if you
honest.
want my opinion on it,
Go on.
brother, it's like because I talked with it with Blazon, but I'm not gonna like talk about those things because you know it's kind of personal anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
So I looked at the screenshot because you know it showed it on stream.
Mm,
Um, it's wrote in English when Mao is a German.
okay.
If you're German, you um you pay a German lawyer. You don't pay an English lawyer because it's dumb in the first place. And maybe his German lawyer can write in English, but I don't think they can do that because they are based in Germany, so they don't have to write in English, you know?
True,
Um,
true.
and the second part is the date when the mail was wrote. It was written around like 7:30 p.m. So it's like late, and like a lawyer doesn't like work until 7 p.m.
Yeah,
Like, normally, a lawyer just like go on a case or even like wrote something about like on his client in like what 30 minutes, and it does that like probably like the morning or the afternoon, like the beginning of afternoon, not the end of the or the start of like the evening. Doesn't make
yeah.
sense.
Thing is though, right? Like let's not boggle down on the specifics here. I think, like, what do you each of you think like the limits are? When do you start thinking that the online bullshit starts spilling over into bullying? Like at what level?
Mm,
Um, it depends on the situation. I'll be honest, for my opinion. Like,
Because obviously you've tried to, obviously Con specifically, you've tried to purify some of the toxic behavior or trying to stop some of the personal attacks or some of the bullying. Because obviously you moderated that shit. Like
the
what's your
problem
what's your limit like?
well, the thing is, I've moderated quite large Final Fantasy Discords, and I own, I'd say, a reasonably sized Final Fantasy Discord right now. And the thing is, in a bigger Discord, like the reality is you might need a few mobs. It depends how active the Discord is, how many channels there are and stuff. But the reality is a lot of the time you may not see things. That's just how it is. Like you're not gonna catch everything unless it gets reported. So sometimes it can be missed. But you've also got to be under the assumption that someone might call someone the R word in the chat and just like or call themselves that over something that they did. So like you got to take it for like what it is. So like I said, it can be very all situational depending on what's going on. But
Yeah,
it's only going too far for me personally when you see them going for personal attacks on how someone looks in real life and stuff, or they start trying to like docs images and stuff like that. That's like when it's just going too far at that point. But
yeah, that's beyond going too far. I'm just talking
yeah,
within
yeah.
parameters of like, let's say Discord, and let's say in game, someone starts whispering you, flaming you, or like how to play right, like right, wrong, whatever. But they're like sly about it, like
you
like
mean
Listen,
in
bro.
game?
yeah, yeah.
Listen, bro. I don't even type in Final Fantasy 14 because I'm too scared of the terms of service, like everyone
Yeah,
else.
same.
So,
No, you say that, but there's
that's
so
just
many
how I
fucking
am.
people that whisper people and just do dumb shit in game as well. I'm just
Yeah, and
Uh,
they don't understand the consequences of the terms of service because they're not getting reported by other people. But trust me, if you get reported and actually hit by the GMs or the auto GM system, as I like to call it, you'll soon change your tune about that one and not type again.
Yeah.
I personally have not had that happen, but I've seen it happen to many other people. I've let's just put it this way for anyone who's in this chat. Be careful what you put in your search information because people will report you for that if they're very petty, by the way. And you can get a warning or a 3-day ban for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've seen it
So
as I've had it happen to multiple people now as well.
yeah, like anything that is outside related could be Twitch, could be what's the name? Twitter, could be the moon. And yeah, you if you put your Wi-Fi code in your, I mean not Wi-Fi code, but if you're asking for the Wi-Fi code in your search info, you're gonna get reported. I mean actually, right now, I think someone got banned for 3 days because they had Mare thingy in their search info, and that was on NA. And there's a lot of people that have this in their NA, like
Yeah, for the mess stuff, isn't that like you guys have like keywords? What's the one you guys use, like Wi-Fi or like
That's Wi-Fi password. If
Wi-Fi
you want
password.
Wi-Fi
Okay, you can. Okay,
password is
Fuck.
that,
different.
that shit was funny, bro.
there's multiple one. You either have like the Nintendo friend code, you have the Steam code, you have also like the Wi-Fi code.
Bluetooth, really?
Yeah, kind of, yeah, you know.
For red, man.
What you've got to realize with what game developers have to realize is that video game players are very creative with usage of slang. So when they ever put something into like deny them a certain choice of words, that will never work because ultimately they will just make lingo that goes around the word filter, and it happens in every game.
Of
Like that
course.
happened in World of Warcraft. It happens in League of Legends. It's happened since online gaming existed. That's just how it goes. So you can only filter
Mm.
it so much.
Yeah, that's normal.
So like for let's go switch to like Discord, right? Let's say someone's like using like let's say someone's whispering you, talking shit to you on Discord, and then let's say someone's just publicly on a Discord on a public Discord channel, they start cussing you, calling you the F word, the hard F word, like, and then but it's like, at what point do you consider that it's not really for me, I don't care if someone uses the F word just to release frustration, right? But when you start using the F word in combination with cussing someone or telling them how to behave, to me that's like a personal attack, you know. Personally, I wouldn't accept that. But what do you guys think?
On my side, it actually depends on the person. Like there's people that are more sensitive than others, which is normal because this is like the human nature. It's all we all made.
Yeah,
On my side, I grow like a very big backbone. Like people can say anything towards me. I don't really care. There is just a few topics that are actually just fucking annoying. In general, like really annoying because it's over and over. Like you always use the same funny, haha, funny, like just annoying at some
yeah.
point. But I really think that if you want new players to actually come in, like in general in PvP or improve, stop being a dumbass and
I
just
mean,
like
obvious.
try to speak like normally. Like imagine you're in real life. Are you gonna say to someone that you want to uh like do something where there's like peace inside their skull when they are like like I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's not just like not good. Like we want to try to make a community, but everyone hate each other because people are mean toward each other. That happened because it's ranked thin and competitive in general, I guess. But doesn't mean you need to be like an asshole towards like a new player, even though like
I
you
mean,
can be
I
an
don't know.
asshole toward a new player if they're an
I don't know
asshole
if
towards
rank
you.
has anything. I don't know if rank has anything to do with that. Where you just like you create circle jerk, fucking small communities just to be addicted to someone. I think that's just fucking toxic people not being punished enough, not being called out. And to me, that's the way I see that.
Happens to me all the time. All the time.
really? You have any experience that you can
Yeah.
share? Like someone DMing
you
you?
know, I get people from like this is say EU PVP, these kind of people.
Okay.
You know, like bringing up personal stuff, like attacks and stuff. Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
honestly,
they personal attacks have happened. Like we can't pretend they don't happen. Like we had what's his name, Maho get banned because he was reading someone's comment on a Discord. Right? Obviously, that's just Twitch strict levels, but like
oh
you
yeah,
also have to
yeah,
question that.
yeah,
You
like the
also have to question
DMs,
that.
the
Yeah,
DMs,
yeah.
yeah. But to be honest, like when you speak to someone, even like in general, you should just like. I mean, I understand that you're mad because you lost a game. You're mad on the moment, but like 5 minutes after, you're normal. You can just apologize and be like, "Sorry, was just mad at on the moment." You know, like it wasn't me. It wasn't me anymore. But like going on your way just to open on another server, DM the guy, telling him you're dog shit. You should just stop playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that's kinda weird. Like I'm gonna take an example here. Uh, Void Stellar.
Here.
When it started the CC, which is this season, he DM me and asked me for tips, and I was like, yeah, sure, here are some tips, yada yada. Uh, like I saw it was a chill guy and everything. He
Chill
improved.
guy.
He improved with like those tips. And I was kind of like happy about that. But then they just stopped asking for tips, and I was like, well, okay, I guess they done about like asking for tips, and that's
Mm.
kind of about it. But the problem is like, what happened after is like you don't go on other like Twitch chat or whatever, just like in general, or even on Discord and telling them that they're trash when yourself you're a new player and you don't even know like advanced like quote unquote tactics, or just like you don't even know what you're doing with your gameplay, or you don't even know to read like what's going on in the game.
I mean,
You find it like
that's just
really
crystal conflict on
pathetic.
EU in general. Like the thing is, that everyone's
Yes,
telling everyone how to play, and no one knows how to fucking properly play because no one's really being
yes,
challenged.
I'll give some advice to anyone on here. If anyone's ever in my games and they don't see you ever calling the target, and then you get mad about losing, you weren't 100% in the game, because if you were, you would be trying to communicate with the rest of the team to win. So personally, if you take offense that you lost in the game with me because I wasn't doing enough, you weren't doing enough yourself. Because if you personally want to win, you should be kind of trying to communicate as much as possible with markers, bursts, and macros. They're all readily available if you look into it. And I see like that happen in about 10% of games. People bother to mark the burst, and it's just tragic even at the highest ranks. So like, if you want a better environment, maybe people just in general should care about having a better communication of environment with the limited sources we have. But
yeah,
people don't. So
Fair. That's a good point. I personally, obviously, the way I see it is the way I started seeing at the start is, okay, if I climb up, I'm going to start seeing people that use their brains or know what a good priority target is. But obviously, in reality, that's not the case. So, I should probably start doing that more myself for sure, calling targets or like making calls. But some of the calls from the supposed high players are just very questionable at best, man. And they
that's
can
exactly why.
they can end up throwing your game as well. So it's a double-edged
Yeah,
sword at
yeah.
that point.
But the point
So
is that if
true.
if that's the case, again, it wouldn't be as much of a problem if the people weren't solely reliant on, oh well, this guy's doing the calls and that's it. No one. I'm not going to do any of the calls this game,
Oh yeah, I see.
because
Like multiple people doing
reality
calls.
reality is like, you might make a bad call and you see a better call and you do a call. Now, even if both the calls fuck up because you like do one call and he does another call, you know, I'd rather have that happen and not win a team fight than have zero calls, because that's much worse in my opinion. Like, A
Yeah.
mistaken call is not a big deal. Like that means you're actually still trying to win, putting some effort in. But if you're not doing any calls and then you go and flame, it's like, yeah, it's nice that you've got 9-0, but were you trying to direct the team in any way for that game? Nah, you were just going around getting your KDA higher. So people should think about the situation more like in that regard, because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter how much damage you did, how much healing you did, how many times you died, how many times you like killed someone. If you don't win and you lose, you're just a loser and you lost. So that really doesn't matter. Like
Yeah,
at the end of the
100%.
day, you don't-
KDA for any PvP, any like competitive environment means nothing. It's about the objective and it's
And
about the team.
if you fixated on your like stats, then you've got more problems than that with your gameplay. If you're so fixated on that, because it's not the thing you should be looking for, because anyone can have a shit scoreboard, I'll be honest, because it just
Mm.
totally depends on what's happening in front of you in the match.
All right, one more question about the whole toxic thing before we move to the main subject, since obviously Colin's got a limited time. Is in game, what do you like when someone BMs you, someone jumps on you, someone sweeps your corpse? How serious do you take that? If someone ignore marks you, like how serious do you take that? Like, do you think should be personally? I think that should be part of PvP, right? That's how I see it. Is BM
No.
is good for PvP. That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
But what do you think about that?
The thing is, there's multiple BM. There's the funny BM and then there's the fucking toxic BM where you just like teabag the same person over and over because you
Yeah,
just don't like them.
for sure. I can see that.
That kind of BM needs to be banned and later being stopped. Like this is just like
So
harassment.
you mean
Bad.
So you mean if someone like if a specific person goes through iterations of multiple of days, just teabagging you and just BMing you, you think that's like unacceptable? Yeah,
Yes,
of course,
yes.
of course.
But
Okay,
like, if you outplay them and you do something sick, like if you debug them, then I don't fucking care, man. You just won. You just outplayed me. Like I'm just gonna like, uh, you are just better there. Like so, legit.
yeah, yeah,
You know.
To be honest, I get personally like you can ignore mark me, but and you might actually annoy me because, to be honest, if the team fights are already going bad and then I just randomly get ignored and it's like not 100% on me, then I'm just gonna get pissed off because I'm just like, you're already trying to piss me off and the game's not going well. So what is the logic here? Because we're not gonna make a comeback. You're just rage baiting me,
yeah,
and it's and again the thing is like, yeah, I personally don't think it's ever funny, because at the end of the day, even if especially if it's on you, you've got to think of it from your other teammates' perspective as well. It or already automatically will make the other three players on the team as well just instantly think, yeah, we're not going to win this game because one guy's ignoring the other guy. So that automatically defaults their mentality to, I don't really feel like playing this match and let's just end it. So
that's big.
you
That's a
know,
big true.
it just defaults the rest of the team into, we're not going to win this because there's one guy ignore Mark flaming the other guy. It's already over. The mental game is already over at that point. So
That's the problem, right? That you can only have mental warfare with your team, not the enemy.
yeah, I think it's a big issue. Like, and I don't really think people should ignore mark each other for that reason, because yeah, you might piss off the guy that you're ignore marking, but you're also debuffing all the rest of your teammates unironically if you're doing that.
Yep.
Big true.
Also, I just want to bring up a point because I can see Mez put, I don't know, EU PvP. It was about like PvP in EU earlier on. I don't know if Mez is in NA, but trust me, it's just as bad in NA. I don't know the amount of times I've counted the amount of North American PvP discords that have been nuked in quotation mark for drama and quotation talk, pissing each other off. So you know, same stuff happens. You know, on both sides of the coin. Don't know about JP. Don't know about
It
Materia.
even in GP it happened.
Yeah,
Like
even
there's a
in
big drama right now in GP because there's a guy that's has been manipulating people to win trade during this season, and then yeah, so there's win trading right now going on in GP. The rank one guy is a win trader, if you wanna know.
What's the name? And
I
is there
have no
proof?
idea.
Like, there's proof of that, yeah.
It's been made. So the so like a GP guy got called. Like one of the GP guy is streaming and have like around like 200 viewers every time. He call
Yeah.
out the guy because he've seen it multiple times. And
Mm.
for some reason, when this guy is in queue, there's always the same guy in queue, either in his team or in the enemy team. And when he's in the enemy team, he always loses. Wins against him. And so the guy called him out, and now he's like literally making a case, and he's gonna show it at the end of the season.
Oh, I hope you keep me updated on that one. That could be the talk show, the point next time, you know.
Yeah,
I
more
mean,
content.
it's
Yeah.
literally on GP. It's the best data center that could have like a drama. So it means like Square Enix is actually gonna do something about it because they are not gonna do anything on other data center, but on GP they will.
I know this is your first podcast, but in 9 GMT time is when the War Chief duel happens. By the way.
Oh
So,
shit. Yeah, maybe we'll put that in the
you know,
background because there's not much ass shaking in game
yeah,
anyway.
can we put that in the background for
I will.
for funsies?
I will. All right, let's start the podcast. Welcome to Kupo. This we've got Kiss Lips here, myself, Con, and Yato, aka the most popular person here, Yato, the internet model superstar. Blah blah blah. Enough glazing on Yato. The first question I'm curious. What you guys think. The first person, you can start with the first person. It's not like alphabetical. What could improve in Crystal Conflict? Who wants to chip in?
So
They
what?
need to they need to fix overtime. Honestly,
Over time, yeah.
I
Um,
was about to say the same.
Actually, one
think
second.
everyone
Let
can
me
agree that
one
they
second.
need to
Let me
fix
open a notepad and note these down. So then in the future we can maybe give this information to whoever wants. So overtime, yeah. Overtime. Okay, go
Yeah,
on.
you can make a note on Tuesday when they don't change anything in overtime, and
You can
send me
make a
to
bingo. You can make a bingo
Yeah.
if you want.
Like what aspect? Like, do you think they should add value to unlock? Like once you unlock a point, you go next, right? It just means it's pointless, right? It's just another way of wasting time. What do we think of that?
I
I
mean,
pers- I
what do
personally
you mean by
think
that?
I personally think that overtime should only be an over should only even activate if both points are at 50%, and if the enemy one team is like dramatically winning and the match ends at 5 minutes, it should just end and shouldn't go into overtime, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I'm gonna take Fizz as an example. The middle system was kind of fucked up, but it was actually very good as well. So example, every team start with 200 medals. Everyone, no, 400. Sorry, so everyone has 100 medals, and when you kill someone, they drop like half of their medals. And basically, if at the end of the match, which is like 6 minutes, a team has like 200 medals and the other one has 400 medals, well, it's instantly like they win the game. And even though if sometimes it's like 375 against 425, well, at the end of the 6 minutes it's over. Like
Yeah.
there's no overtime of like trying to kill the enemy. No. So means like if the crystal is like at 20%, and you push the crystal in the enemy base as 50%, it should automatically end, and there's no overtime.
100%.
That's it.
I think if the devs added value to the unlock point, so if you break the lock at 50%, if you break the lock and the enemy team hasn't broken the lock, you go next. Like boom.
Yep.
I
Like
also think it was a bad idea for them to have increased time on overtime, because another thing was that if you went on the point for like 1 second, it just overtime ended like in about a second. Now it's like about 3 seconds long now, so
Yes,
like
too
they have time.
long.
They have time. You have time to get on the points, which is that's also why it feels like overtime never ends now as well, because if the enemy was off the point for like 1 second, it was over, and well, overtime to get on the point is like 3 seconds now. I think that they added 3 seconds because well, if everyone's played PvP here or who hasn't, you'll have noticed that instead of trying to fix God, he decided to delay everything else so it just feels like God works, which doesn't really fix anything. It just fixes God and makes everything else more worse. So yeah, they fixed one problem to create several problems, in my opinion, and the developers love to do this thing in Final Fantasy 14, especially with PvP. Happens in PvE as well, where they take 2 positive steps forward and then 5 negative steps backwards. So they end up -3 instead of +2 in a
Mid.
positive direction in the game, which I just don't. It just makes no sense to me. I just feel like developers at Square Enix, I know like you want to have jobs and stuff, but you don't have to like ruin the game so that you look like you have something to do in the company. Just make
True.
better things.
True. Just
Genuinely.
when's the last time they did something for the community out of love? You know, now it's out of duty,
Uh,
out of work.
let's. I think the last time they did that something like that, it was like 6.1 when they actually put like CC. When CC season 1 was, it was actually a blast. Like everyone was having fun. It was really fun. Every job was like overtuned, so it was fun to like discover everything. I think they just fucked up this expansion, because every expansion normally what they do a full reset, like a clean plate reset on all the job. You need to relearn on everything. All the jobs are not the same. Right now they kept the same kit. They added a single button on every jobs, and then you just like have like 10, like you need to wait 5 business day to actually see your skill to go off, and then you stun the guy. Like I'm playing Warrior, I press my primal range, I wait literally 3 seconds until I stun someone. Like this is not real. Like it's just dumb. It's the same for Yosho. Like Yosho is like the longest like shuriken
Yeah.
animation. Like
I don't even use it anymore. It just gets guarded
yeah,
by
yeah,
everything.
it's just dumb. I don't like it should have been more reactive. Now it's just slow. Like everything is GCD related. That is really bad. Like why do you put everything GCD related
Yeah.
when in Endwalker was a lot more RGCD, so it was more fun to do like combos. You could like double weave. You could like just even single weave. Now it's just everything is GCD. So like everything's super slow. Everything's super tanky because you don't have the same burst as before. The overtime is really bad, and I think the 3 seconds, like the overtime 3 seconds, is only halfway through the overtime. It's not even the start. It's halfway through. It's not even. It should be at the start, to be honest, if they want to keep like the current overtime. But I think the current overtime is just really bad. It's just outdated. Everyone know how to play it now, and then
Yeah.
it's just
I think
to win. Like you lose the whole game, and then in overtime you just push the last remaining percentage and you win.
yeah, basically a gamble. Essentially, you're
Yes.
winning 90% of the game, and then my team fucked up one time, get punished because the enemy team is moving faster, the unlock is happening faster, so everything is like okay in their favor now.
Yep. Yep.
100%, I agree with that. And to add to the overtime, the fact that green jobs can do everything a bit too well also adds to the stall. You know, I will not just not even mention Paladin because Con is is gonna go on. Actually, let's talk about Paladin, the most toxic fucking job in the game.
Wait. I'll talk about this because I want to go back to the healing thing, right?
Yeah.
So the problem is the developers themselves seem to create a mode and then apparently by the next expansion forget the philosophy of the mode that they created and why and what the logic was behind it. Because when they created Crystal Conflict, and I can get up the logs for this because they write them down on the website so they can't lie about it.
Yeah, link
They
it to me. I'll show
literally
it on
was
screen.
I can't be asked looking for it
Oh,
right
okay,
now,
no worries,
but
no worries. Like, next time we'll
I
do.
believe
Sub, uh,
believe. But the whole
trust him.
point of them making this was that they didn't want healers to be as oppressive as in Feast, and they wanted people to be able to be self-reliant on healing themselves, with healers having like like assistant heals, but not like too over the top heals. But in 7.1, because they increased everyone's health and they just made Astro ridiculous, and they even made Scholar's limit break to just be a normal skill for no goddamn reason apparently. they basically made it so that healers give as good sustain as what they intended to make the game originally in Endwalker as, where people should be self-reliant on themselves, not just the healer healing everyone, which they completely have U-turned on that in the new version of Crystal Conflict with the change of skills. So I don't know what you're doing in the PvP development team, but you should really remember what you talked about 2 years ago when you were doing the same mode, but you should just deciding to change every skill
Uh,
into a GCD.
that's
It just
that's
makes no goddamn sense.
that's true though. I've seen, I mean, especially from regular screenshots of healers doing over 4 million healing and like nearly 2 million damage. It's just like I've for this with the stats that are in game right now. I think 4 million healing from one guy, even at full time overtime, is a bit too fucking much from one person. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's just a little bit ridiculous at that point.
Like I said, the game mode is slow, so Microcosmos is obviously like a god tier button because everyone is slow. You can literally just trying to never die, and then what happened is in the next 10 seconds, if you don't kill the guy that have Microcosmos, he's full life again. And then you're not gonna kill him because it's just gonna bolt away and it's just gonna spam his mana and everything like that. Like he has Purify, you have Guard and everything like that. And
Yeah,
but then you have Scholar. Scholar enter the chat. What he does is pretty easy. He just dots you, and then when you guard, he's just gonna remove your guard, half of your guard, and then there's nothing you can do because you're just gonna die slowly.
Scholar is definitely. I definitely packs too much of a punch in that regard. They wanted to make scholars more effective, but I think they have too much wide area effect, and the fact that
What
they can,
is the LB? Man, the LB is defensive and offensive at the same time. It makes no sense.
yeah,
Like, it actually makes no sense. Scholar LB before it was just defensive. Now it's offensive and defensive at the same time. Why the fuck is a support, aka the healers in general, has more damage than an actual red job? Like even any melees or even any like mage or even like physical ranges, they do no damage. I mean, they do, but they don't do that much damage in AoE because getting hit by double gravity and microcosmos, you lose literally 75% of your HP. There's
yeah,
no counterplay to that.
definitely true. Scholar. I mean, I think if for a light party, we're definitely going to see too many scholars and too many astros. If they,
Scholar is just too strong. Too strong.
yeah,
Don't even bother taking your paladin. You don't need a paladin. If you play scholar white mage, you already win the game. Astrologian right now is really good in I think in solo queue, but I think in LP there is no way you can use Astro in LP. I think White Mage is just too strong because LB it's 60 seconds and you still have Polymorph to spam on someone every 20 seconds because Polymorph what it does, it removes 20 wait 25% of your mana. So uh, you literally just drain people mana, so it's way too strong. Astro is just here as like you either play it very offensively or just defensively. You just like get someone full health in like an instant.
yeah. I mean, for paladin, we can all agree fucking cover should be out of the fucking game. But what should they get? Like, what's a good healthy alternative to cover?
You should
You
just
mean
give
cover?
them.
Yeah,
You
I
should
think
just
cover.
give them They should just give them intervention back from the feast, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
So intervention how it plays in Fist is literally use ramparts because before we had the additionals. So use ramparts and you could literally give someone like 50% damage reduction for 10 seconds. And that was very good because the guy will survive. But also you had AoE shield. It was called Tetsudo. And basically it was like a veil but on steroid because it also gave everyone like 20% damage reduction and
Mm,
also shield of like I think 5k. Well, before we had like not a lot of HP, we have like 20k maximum, which was the tanks. So 5k for someone that have like 10k is very very huge.
Like they're very convinced to put a paladin in a more defensive slash support slash helper of like your overall team than like being a big damage dealer. But they really need to make it so that you know it feels like you're doing that, and it's not like reliant on like one skill to do that. That completely just resets someone. I feel like Yato said, they should be able to help your team, but they shouldn't be like feeling like they're doing a whole reset for someone because it's oppressive against the other enemy team as well.
Yeah.
Plus, you're literally wasting a skill and your own guard at the cost of protecting someone else, which is just kind of stupid as well, in my opinion.
What do you mean
And the
cover? You mean cover?
yeah, with cover, you can cover without like guard, but like 99% of the player base don't understand what that entails, so they'll just get you killed. So
Yeah, well, yeah,
it
you
feels
can.
like
Oh
useless
yeah,
to do that.
and the fact that you can. Okay, so in Palestra, in like around like the 50%, there's like this weird rectangle that's not really a rectangle. Like what has the stairs, what has the pots, and then on the right side there's like the small rectangle. You can cover someone and go behind the rectangle without a guard, and can pot on the other side of the wall, on the point, for example, and why the fuck does the link go through the wall? Like, it doesn't make any sense. I think you should have line of sight on the player, and then if the line of sight is broken, the cover is also broken. That
Yeah,
would
I
make
think
it more.
I think walls in this game are a suggestion, bro. In PvP, you see some
Yeah, I
Walls,
people
mean,
doing
walls,
some.
walls are a suggestion in PvP because I'm pretty sure they only just fixed the Astro uh, Lord card doing damage through walls after like
it was a
literally
bug.
two mini patches. It was a bug, but still, it got released out of 7.1 like that as a bug. So and they didn't fix it till 7.18. I don't think so.
I'm
Not
pretty sure
great,
it's.
really, is it?
I'm pretty sure it's just one PvP developer that just like roll the dice and just like that's it. Uh, but yeah, if you want to fix pad and just like if you want to make it like a strong support, like a tank that does 0 damage, then do so. And if you want to do that, it's very simple. Just remove cover, add into intervention, but make intervention have a very low cooldown, like a 20 seconds cooldown, or seconds, yeah, 20 seconds cooldown because cover is 30 seconds. So 20 seconds cooldown, you can literally just every time you use like your all shield run, which should buff your intervention by I don't know like 25%, the guy should just take like 50% less damage. Of course, people are gonna be like, yeah, it's stronger than cover, it's harder to kill, but then you have to take account that if you want to do that, you also want to change every other job. So like the right job needs to do more damage. The healer job just should do less damage, heal a bit less because right now it's just like stupid.
And to be honest, they might as well do that at this point because they've added shield break into the game, which makes you get to 50%
Yeah.
damage reduction.
Yeah,
Also, anyone in
I
the
think
chat,
I
please,
think. Oh yeah,
please,
go
if
on.
you get shield broke, don't remove guard. I see like people removing guard randomly when they get shield broke, like so many goddamn times. Please go on Paladin or Scholar and please read what it does because it does not remove the guard. It only makes it go from 90% to 50% damage reduction. You're still under 50% damage reduction
Yep.
and CC immunity even when your guard goes orange, bro. You do not have to come out of guard. Coming out of guard, you are killing yourself and trolling yourself
Yeah, I
by
see this a
visual
lot too.
effects. By visual effects, because people just see that it's got like a broken texture effect on it, and they're like, "Holy shit, dude! It's not working," and then they remove it. Literally, please don't do that. Read the skills. Except for
Yeah.
don't read Dark Knight's limit break skill because it doesn't go through guard and it's text that's not correctly translated, but the developers are too lazy to fix that. That's why asleep and half asleep is still on the god description and purity description as well.
I'm getting
But,
Blazer now, by the way.
but
Right,
you know
he's got the
that's how
rights. He's got the rights.
that's how the player base feels in the current state of the meta though. So I understand why they kept it, to be honest.
That's a good segue to that. Do you think, next question here, do you think that the devs of this game give PvP enough attention?
No.
Like, what's your
No.
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 can you elaborate what you
That's a
wanted? Can we elaborate on what we want the devs to do?
I
Like,
will let Con speak. I will speak a bit after.
Honestly, can they do us a favor and give us like something better than the battle pass? Like, can we have like some honor system or something where we like just accumulate like PvP levels so that if you're like a diehard PvP player, you like get something off grinding it? Because like I've got like 500 wolf collars in my bag and I got nothing to spend on it, you know. Or can I at least sell them to Limsa AFKers so that they can buy like hellhound weapons or something, so like I can at least profit off of it? Because you know, I've got like 500 dog collars, but you know I ain't got no dogs, you know. So what do you want me to do with them?
true.
Like actually.
The rewards of this game are just non-existent, and the initial stuff that you buy, you can easily buy that stuff within, let's say, actually 2 weeks of just PvP in casual games.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
So if you want to speak about like the developer on the game in general, I've been playing PvP Final Fantasy since like season 2 of the Fist, so I'm like very old in terms of like how they are doing patches, how they are balancing everything and shit like that. They are giving a bit more care about their PvP, because in the Fist you are getting a patch every season, and then the patch was literally new season started, here's the reward, good luck, no changes for 2 years basically. But we had rewards, we have seasonal rewards, we have armor and mounts. It was very cool. And then we had also accessories depending on your rank. So if you are bronze, you are getting like a bronze earring, and then if you are diamond, you are getting a diamond earring, for example. Now we are not getting any of that because now they are free. I'm sorry, but because they are really free, like you can just buy them with like crystal marks or even wolf mark now on the wolf den. But also, okay, we got a battle pass. That's cool. The rewards are okay. But there's way too much crystal like points. Like every time I have like I'm always on cap on crystal points. I don't know what to
Yeah.
do with them. Like with the wolf collar, they could literally just I don't know, man. Make more armors. They could we could sell them on the market board like Con said. So like the Limsa FKers like can buy them.
Yeah.
Uh,
Even currently, right? What's the most prestigious thing you can get right now? Like
In
in
PvP,
in general, that's
yeah.
the upgraded weapon, right?
So the
yes,
only prestigious thing you can get is the glow effect with commendation crystals that they added into the game
that's
because
it.
they realized that portraits people don't really care about them that much. My take on this is that all the old PvP players or people who got permabanned because they were too toxic and a PvP player that don't play the game anymore, that they should just bring back all the old PvP rewards and series rewards, but they should put them in a vendor, and the vendor should cost accommodation crystals because it then actually gives people at least a bit of a reason to rank up so that you can buy all the rewards, but you have to spend accommodation crystals to get them. And it would also give people incentive to get better at the game and in the ranks because you get one accommodation crystal from being
100
A diamond, yeah.
no, diamond.
diamond, yeah.
You get two for being crystal. Then you get an additional two for being top 300, and another additional two if you're top 100, and then I think it's
Yeah,
another
two
additional two if you're rank
rank
one.
one. Yeah,
But so the thing is, you know, people can complain, oh well, you know, I got this in like XV season. No one cares anymore, bro. That was like 10 years ago, dude. No
Mm.
one cares. The armor's not even being used anymore. It's in a vendor that still requires people to play ranked PvP to buy the item. So, okay, PvP was different back then, but it's you still have to do ranked and you still have to do something to acquire the item. They're not giving it away for free, and it's also giving people something to use on the commendation
Yeah.
crystals instead of just a glow effect on the weapon. Plus, they already have these assets made for like the past like 3 expansions, and they're just getting wasted because no one's using them or no one has them anymore because they're not even playing the game. Plus, to be fair, you can't even say that, oh yeah, I got this in X Feast season because I've got 2 Feast players in here that can tell you that some of these ranked PvP top 100 seasons were like gold and silver people at top 100 at one point because people thought the mounts were that crap that they didn't even bother to play. So
Yeah.
I don't want to hear the
Mm-hmm.
complaining about that because that just ain't it.
Yeah,
But
but like the only
go
sweaty
on.
like season in the
Yeah.
Fist were just like the armor seasons. Like the mount season were the literally like you are getting all the bots because no one wanted to get the like every month. But when it was armor season, you had all the sweat lord coming back, and then you had like the super blast. Like we got I remember like in Stormlord, we had a guy called White, and he was like actually the god of PvP. He was a super good astrologer and a super good player, and he was getting rank 1 24/7. But since we don't have that much, we have no rewards. I'm sorry, like no rewards, nothing. Um, if we had rewards right now, I'm telling you, you would have like 100% at 10 times the amount of players that we have right now. Like right now we have what, 40, 50? Maybe you can get like 500 players like every season playing 24/7. But instead there is no rewards, nothing.
But do you think if they bring back, I mean, they should bring back all the previous reports. Do you think they should alter them slightly so the old ones still have that respect
No,
for what they did?
no,
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 you think they,
no,
they
no,
should?
no, 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 no. I think they should just release it and like on a vendor, and then every season you have like a token, and you can just like exchange it with the token you just got, and you can just get like a set of armor or a mount,
Yeah.
and or maybe you can just get one token, and every like 2 seasons you can get like an armor or a set. But like it's there, it's in the game. No one's using it, so like don't stop making it like FOMO
Wasted
for
asset.
everyone. Like just use them.
Thing
Just
is,
Also,
use them.
in this game, they make
no, no,
nothing. Go on.
no, trust me. As the like super achievement guy here, if people don't want to, if people want to know my credentials, check me public profile on the Lodgestone. I nearly got 30k achievement score, like, and so that's all I'm gonna say. But trust me, I've got like rare titles that you can't get anymore and all this crap. But like at the end of the day, I should be probably one of the biggest advocates for, oh my god, they shouldn't bring things back because like technically it would affect me one of the most here, to be honest. And I know a lot of other people like that, but reality is like no, because it's just kind of ass. I'll be honest, and also especially with PvP, yeah, they need to bring some sort of rewards. So if they're too lazy to create content to add new ones, just add the old ones back. And again, they made commendation crystals to add glow effects. Just use them for old rewards, like I said, because you still are doing ranked for it, so you're still putting in something to get out of it. You're not just getting it for free.
Mm. What what type of rewards would you like to see? Like, let's say the devs turned a 180 and they started doing like where you imagine you wanted to see as a reward in like top 100, top 10, top 300, reaching diamond.
Honestly, just for like top 100 or maybe like top 300, just make like what they used to do like in the Fist, just had like armor and mounts, and then you can just keep like the portraits every season. That's not a problem. Like it's it's a minor reward, but I think having an armor or like a mount that you can get in the season, it's probably just better than just like having like a dog shit portrait. Like just bring back like this system in terms of rewards. I know that they want to suppress FOMO, but right now they're just like getting people having FOMO again, because like the series rewards are not in the NPCs yet. Like you can't even buy them back, so they're still FOMO. So just bring back those rewards, and instead of giving them via mail, and then you have like you need to exchange to the NPC to get your rewards. Just give us a token, and you can buy the new rewards with the token, or you can buy the old rewards with this token, and that's kind of about it. Just add a token system in for having rewards for playing PvP, because like right now, if I'm playing PvP, my time is not valued at all. Like I'm losing my time.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, well, that's going to be one of the questions towards the end. Like, we can ask that question now, right now, to chat and to the people here. Does your time feel valued when you PvP?
No.
Yeah. Honestly, it depends. If it's solo queue, no. If it's like LP with friends and having fun, like yes.
Okay, let's. That's a good point. Let's specify it. During ranked, do you feel your time is valued?
No.
Hell no.
Mm,
That's why.
not at all.
That's why I'm not playing anymore right now.
Okay. What about front lines and the casual stuff?
Oh my god, there we go.
Honestly, frontline, if you want XP, it's good. It's good.
We're not talking about the XP here.
Your time valued, bro.
I mean, as someone who's
Lil
played
bro.
4,000 frontlines, I say it's okay. Pass the time.
Yeah, but right now,
One
it's
sec.
already quite low.
Someone mentioned like customs, casual, so light party customs. I don't know anything about that. How valued is your time? Let's use last season and this season to compare. During light party, how valued was your time, or how did you feel your time was spent?
Yo,
Was that
I'll
was
mention
that good?
because casual Q syncs and all that stuff come up, right? Since CC came out, there's been Japanese players, English Western forum players, whatever, for the rest of the global audience. Even the Korean and the Chinese, by the way, for people who don't know yet, they do have Korean and Chinese servers. They're just not published by Square Enix, but they're rented out with Chinese and Korean publishers, but they do have Final Fantasy in those regions too, by the way. But the thing is, everyone in every region has asked them, if you're gonna do casual queue, why can't I queue with at least one of my friends, two of my friends? It's casual, bro. League of Legends, we got 5-man queues in League of Legends.
True.
2-man queues in ranked. I think you got the 5-man ranked.
The 5-man ranked, the flex is different though. The flex is different from solo.
Yeah. I'm just saying in general that, like, they have a variety over there, dude. Over here, dude, we got queue up by yourself in casual, queue up by yourself in ranked. I do feel like ranked solo queue should still be ranked solo queue, but I'm just saying, for the more casual experience, you can't even get your friend involved in the mode because it's like you queue up together. Oh, bro, he's on the enemy team. How can I even get him to, like, invested in this mode if I can't even, like, play with him at least in a few casual games? So, like, he gets a bit invested. You know what I mean?
True. And when you queue syncing, especially with your friends, they always seem to end up on the enemy team, like deliberately. It's like, so annoying.
You can't, like, try and get, like, new people invested into PvP. They have to go in, potentially have a shit experience, not learn anything, and then just think, yeah, I'm never playing PvP on this game again. So it's not good either. They need to fix that. They need to think of it from a casual player POV, in my opinion, from, like, trying to get people more involved and hooked in. That's one thing that they should fix, and it's been requested for the past 2 expansions since they brought the mode out, but they just ignore it apparently.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely have ignored it. Talking about ignoring, Yoshi P, the man himself, he did mention that we're gonna get different types of PvP modes like World of Warcraft Battlegrounds. Do you think we're gonna see that shit this expansion? Or do you think they were just yapping just to get attention and hype?
No, I think they will do it.
Honestly,
I
if
think they will do it. Just
honestly
take
they
times.
keeps honestly they keep saying that they're gonna do this new frontline update in 7.2. If they had some sort of new battleground, honestly, if they do that, I'll buy like I'll spend like £500 worth of I'll just buy £500 worth of stuff off the Mog Station if they actually do something in 7.2. That's like a new type of PvP mode, completely new. That's like a battleground mode. That's not just like, you know, 5 guys. If it's like a 24 man versus 24 man, if they genuinely add that into the game, I'll genuinely spend £500 of my own money on the Mug Station.
I mean, coming
I'll
from
even give
someone,
Fantasia's away on my stream, literally to people who tune in.
I mean, coming from someone that's from World of Warcraft, 10-man battlegrounds is fun. 20-man battlegrounds, like, you know, they have different ranges from 40-man down to 10-man. And then obviously they have the 5v5 arena stuff, like capture the flag and all that. That's also 10-man. Like, I think capture the flag or King of the Hill or stuff like that, or hold the objective or like a resource management, but in small scale, like 10v10 or 5v5 would go hard in this game, just because, you know, it's just this game is a little bit outdated in that regard. But I do feel like they can still keep the game flashy, right? And just cut down on the animations. They don't need like 10-year animations just to keep things flashy. Like, you can still keep things flashy. You can still like have different PvP modes and not trying to stick with this aesthetic where it's like, oh yeah, I want this Final Fantasy experience for the viewers or for the players. That you know, that's
Blazon, do you want to say something?
Yeah, I was patiently waiting. I'm a bit late to the party, but have we covered the core issue, which is the actual balancing of the game, like the job balancing?
yeah, that will be the next question. I guess I can ask it now.
Because like rewards and like whatnot, right? Is to me that's secondary, right? Like to me, the core issue that pretty much ruins every single PvP mode, because if we're talking about PvP as a whole, not just CC, is like it's just the balancing that's the main core like issue of that really ruins everything for me, and the main reason why I stopped playing this game, really. Well, not this game, but I've transitioned fully into PvE. But
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, we can talk about that next. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, what specific job changes do you want to see then? Like, I guess we can bundle up the overall balancing as well. Like, obviously, going red role right now is basically self harm in this game, like in this current balance, right?
Yes.
So, like, let's make it specific, like, because obviously, just stick on to that one job that you really like. I'll talk about Ninja if it comes out, like what I think Ninja should have, or like what's
I think for most jobs, if not like all jobs, because like I've played a few, and I feel like since I mean when 7.1 came out, they said they would remove burst. Like someone wrote in the forums, I don't know what, someone you know, uh, who probably wasn't like a strong player, right? He probably said that, you know, oh, OGCDs and stuff not good, things die too fast, but things weren't really dying too fast even with burst. So what I'd like to see really is the return of OGCDs in some jobs, because I feel like they're really like stupidly slow, and I just cannot play slow jobs, man. It's so unfun. But according to some random guy in the forums, it was like, yeah, so 2.5 second GCD, and then like just pressing GCDs in a PvP game would be fun. And I just strongly disagree when it comes to that. So yeah, they need to bring back OGCDs. They need to make jobs fast again, because I'm just not having fun, man. Like for Astro, for example, if we're talking specifics, right? The fact that they added a dash on a healer that is by far probably the best healer right now, right? Because healing wise, it's probably the best, um, and it has good damage as well, right? Um, Adding a dash to that and a dash back is like, it's just insanely stupid. And then on top of that, making Macrocosmos OGCD just doesn't feel like I'm playing Astro anymore.
No,
It's
it's
like,
GCD. It's GCD. Yeah, but
yeah,
like
now it's GCD. It's so stupid how
it
slow
makes
it feels.
sense. No, it
Like
also makes sense.
like
It's
light party. No, but like light party wise, like let me like explain this to you, right? Communication in teams is like, you know, not great, but also, you know, not the worst either, right? And I can tell you the like importance of OGCDs in this game is crucial because most of the kills that me and in like any team that I've been, if I was playing like Astro or any like healer or of like sorts, I would always say what kind of like damage I have, right? And so like we would manage to kill every time if maybe two people had like burst, right? So like my burst, right, was crucial to the teams every single time. Like every time. And every time that I was like, okay, I have burst. And maybe like, I don't know, maybe the Dragoon also had burst, right? And just the two of us would be able to kill. Like that's how important burst is because they really need to add that back. And I'm not just talking about like Astro, I'm talking about most jobs because I feel like every job there's GCD with, of course they buffed the health pool. There's slightly more damage, but hey man, even in like the previous like X-Pack, people were still slow killing even with burst. So you can imagine how it is now, right? And I knew it. Right now, it's like every time it's 15-minute games. Light Party would be like god awful to play right now because
no, but
every comp would be Scholar, every comp would be Paladin. There would be, I don't know, like a Samurai, just Stole City, right? And
this
it
is
just
just
won't feel fun to play.
this is not just the problem right now. It's like
I mean, poor
you
balancing
have
is the
you
issue.
have overtime. You have also overtime. It's a big problem. But like I said, if you take example of Microcosmos right now on Astro, Microcosmos is a defensive button and an offensive button. I don't think that Microcosmos should be in a RGCD. I think a GCD on Microcosmos is good enough, and it should stay like that.
I think they
Because
should just remove the dash.
Microcosmos,
I think
yes,
that you just remove the dash button. That has like it just shouldn't be there, honestly. But overall, like when it was 7.1, I did expect some like reworks to some jobs, and honestly, those reworks weren't even reworks. They were just Sunday changes, as some of my friends like to say. They just added one or two buttons to like every job, removed or reworked one, and that's it. They called it a day. And that's what I hate the most about what happened. It's like they like last X-Pack, we were all saying, oh, surely, they cannot make this any worse than it already is, surely. And by Jove, they managed it. They killed it.
They
yeah.
definitely
They
have this.
they actually managed to make it worse than it already was. So
They should have made a
honestly,
full rework on every
they
job,
should
like
yeah, should have.
clean plate.
They should have. But honestly, at this point, what I would say right now is the best thing they could do right now is to revert every change they've done, every single bloody change they've done.
Okay, maybe not
Because
for Monk, because Monk right now
Yeah,
is pretty much
not
balanced, and
more.
I like the current Monk.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about Monk, but as for some jobs that I know, they're way better off just going back, like reverting to where they once were.
Hon-
Like,
Honestly, there is no real like weak job. Like for example, Summoner feels weird now, which is normal. Um, but
When you miss, sorry, that should make me crack up.
let's let's say that you you play Viper. Well, Viper is actually like really bad, really bad. Like it's really bad, and well, you hate to play with or against Viper because first it's bad, and second it's how you say it? It does no damage. It doesn't contribute to anything. And to be honest, it should have been like the most like fair like job right now because it's the new job. Same for Pictomancer, does no damage. And everything is GCD wise, so it's really like slow. And that's kinda about it. Like to be honest, it should have just reworked everything. That's the sad part about the PP right now.
I mean, I'll speak next on in terms of Ninja. Like Ninja just does not feel like a fucking assassin job. You know, it's like outside. You're either gonna play Ninja for your LB, or you're gonna be a dog shit fucking objective fucking point bitch that has to use everything on defensives, and it's the one of the only jobs that gets punished for using defensives. Like you mentioned, Scholar can just use a fucking boom ability, offensive, defensive. Scholar can do the same. Astro can do the same. Fucking Samurai can do the same. It's like, why the fuck is the ninja the only fucking job that gets punished or has to choose between a defensive and an offensive? And it's not even strong enough to make a fucking difference. It's not like if you're choosing defensively, you're just fucking gimping yourself at that point. So I want assassins. I want them to like just look at WoW PvP, like a duel, like a rogue can go throw in a smoke bomb, forcing the enemy so they can come in to target an enemy. They can't target someone outside of a smoke bomb. I just want them to like make assassins fucking feel like an assassin fucking job. It just does not feel like that, you know. Like you're either gonna be like if a ninja is getting LB chains, you're winning the game anyway. That's the way I say it. It's like it's one of the only jobs. Is like don't even get me started with a net coding. Every time you stealth, you're not gonna get that stealth through unless you're living in Germany. Like you're never gonna get any assassinates in close quarter combat or like in 1v1 duels. So it's like when it comes to 1v1 or trying to press an objective, even anyone can body off a fucking ninja. It's just obviously they're effective because they can in like light party they can clear objectives. In solo queue they can create a chain now every now and then, and it's just like the same reason samurais play right now, right? The fucking one shot gimmick. Just because over time it's so unbearable because of all the green jobs and shit.
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna dip out because I've got to go to my Chinese party. But
All right,
I'll
bro.
be maybe at a future podcast. Enjoy all.
Yeah.
Cool, bro. Enjoy
Also,
your Chinese
War
party.
Chief Tonka, bro.
War Chief Tonka is losing hard right now.
Yeah, no, but like, like I know you want like the PvP of World of Warcraft, but the problem is we had the PvP of World of Warcraft in Evansward because during Evansward, what we had is we were using our PV hotbar to actually PvP, and now we just have a separate hotbar, and we also had PvP sets. Like you had to build full crit and full everything,
Yeah.
but that's it. That's literally it.
I mean, I do feel like giving us some sort of option to customize the way our job works would be nice. They had that option where you could choose an ability or two beforehand, right? Or like during feast, did Ninja feel like an assassin, or like did it support that assassin role except for the gimmick of LB right now in Crystal Conflict? Because obviously I didn't play feast. Like what can you guys tell me like in terms of like assassin style play style? Did Ninja fit that role
Ninja
back
could
then?
do.
Yeah, yeah,
Ninja, you know the LB1 in PvE.
yeah.
Yeah, so you had this in as a melee. Everyone had this, and what you could do is literally just uh go hide and roll LB the enemy while hiding, and you could do nothing about it.
That's so toxic. That's an
Trick
assassin
attack
right
as
there.
well.
And trick attack as well. Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
Ninja was really bad. By the way, it was the weakest of all melees, but it could
It's
do
still
some
the weakest of all
funny
melees.
funsies. It could do some funsies though. But then, yeah, I don't know. I will be honest. I don't think we're gonna have this kind of PvP anymore. I think it's just like uh, it's just like we are we are at the mercy of casuals right now.
Yeah,
we really are. Like all of these changes, like balance wise, they definitely happened under some random in the forums who spoke up in, and said, "Oh, maybe it would be more fun if we removed burst." And I'm like, my guy, under what circumstances will removing burst be more fun to you? Like, but that's the thing though, they actually listen to that kind of stuff. Like, someone's gonna post, it's gonna get some like upvotes by a few randoms who probably either live in casual queue or have never played PvP before. And yeah, they man, it's like whatever. I feel like when it comes to like the forums, right? I feel like only the point of view of someone who has like crystal like top tens, or like has a team and like light party and consistently wins and stuff, or is like top 3 teams every time. I feel like their point of views should matter more than the random guy who just queues casual. I'm sorry if someone in chat thinks this is wrong, but
It's
like
not wrong.
this
It's
is
not
how
wrong.
you're gonna get like
The English forum
this
is
is
fucking.
definitely how you're gonna get proper changes in this game.
The
Like,
English forum is abysmal.
yeah,
Like,
it's like
go on.
like Japanese top 10, NA top 10s, EU like especially EU top 10s, might I add. But yeah, I mean, people should listen to more like strong players.
That's what I plan on doing. I'm gonna have this podcast in 2 different formats. It's gonna be this format where I bring in whoever wants to come in and speak their mind, because obviously no one can speak their mind because no one's fucking listening. So we have some sort of media, some sort of way to clip it and spread it. So, and then I'm gonna have like personal, where the streamers or whoever is comfortable turning on their webcam to have like a proper discussion for specific stuff. Then I'll do it that way as well. But I do agree 100% that the people that they're listening to, I mean, they've confirmed in themselves that they're doing balances based on the outcome, the win percent of casuals and ranked games. That just boggles my mind. Like, why the fuck would you say that as a dev? You know, like, you should
And
not be
here's the
saying
thing, yeah, and like here's the thing, like you go ask out there any casual gamer that you want to ask, right? Because we're on about them trying to cater to the casual player base, right? But if you ask anyone out there, right, what they think about PvP, they'll say, "Oh, it's a mess. Oh, it's bad," right? And it just boggles my mind because they cater to these people so they can play it and have more fun. But then you ask them yourself, and they're like, "Oh, well, that's not fun. Well, PvP? Who plays that? Who plays that shite? Resident sleeper emoji, like
that.
that kind of thing." And something else about about the whole like about the balancing of the whole modes, because sometimes I queue for a frontline just to like level shit, right? And man, it's at its peak worst right now. I can tell you, like you press your buttons now and nothing dies. It's just crazy. If you want to kill a tank or a melee, if you don't have at least more than 10 teammates with you, it's not dying. Like
Yeah, definitely.
it's abysmal. But like before, you could easily just 1v1 someone. Like, believe it or not, you could actually 1v1 someone in frontline or any other mode, right? And the better man wins. But it's like they also got rid of like 8v8 v8, so like the 24 men, so like eight players in each team. They got rid of that because
I've never experienced that one.
oh, it was legendary, bro. It was actually legendary. Like, but they removed it because a lot of people were like 8-man pre-mating, right? And of course, it wasn't fair for the casuals that were like, "Oh, look at these pre-mates. They're stomping us, and we can't do anything about it." So, like, every time in chat, I would just say, "Yo, so how about you learn how to play the game and actually get good? Like, when you queue for something PvE, right? Don't you have to know like your buttons to like clear something? It's the same in PvP. You can't just slack, you know. Can't you just
Yeah,
learn
there needs to be
your
there needs
buttons?
to be a
and-
whole there needs to be an induction hole for PvP 169%, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
There has to
It's
be.
like it's like a lot of people are like, oh, but pre-mades and they're stomping us. I'm like, just get better. Why are you complaining? It's like, yeah, with solo queue as well, like
I-
back in the day, right? And I was like, oh, you know, and I was the only one who wasn't getting mad at this because I'm like, okay, yeah, they're just playing a lot better. Yeah, sure, they're maybe on comms or not, but they're definitely more like organized. But we can find ways to like outsmart them. You
can
know?
I say something about the pre-made for frontline?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
sure.
like pretty much when you're in a pre-made, you're guaranteed to win like 90% of the time. It's just how it is. Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, but I have won games like in solo queue against actual pre-mates. Like, sure, like I think they should bring that back, right? But not the 8-man pre-mate. At least have four, like like they can keep the 4-man, right? But at least give us back the 24-man. You know, like that was really good.
That
And
was very fun.
and they need to do something about the balancing in front line because just nothing dies, bro. Like it's just it's so bad right now. It's actually so bad. And and
Talk
Rival
about
Wings don't even get me started about that mode. They completely murdered my boy. Like uh, for context, I'm like way over 3,000 wins, and I'm probably nearing 4,000 right now, right? In Rival Wings alone. And you know, by far my favorite mode, and they just butchered it. You know, since the last like X Pack, I wasn't playing it as much because I wasn't having fun. Everyone was just queuing Dark Knight and Dragoon, especially Dragoon.
Oh yeah, the mass pull,
And
mass
it
dragoon
was
thing.
just
Yeah.
a mid-fight fest, you know, where like everyone was just spamming Dragoon LB, and then that was it. You know, like that was the gimmick. You know, the better team with the highest battle high would win, or the team with the highest mech pressure would win. And so their solution to this was we're gonna buff mech health, right, and gob tank health. And you know what that changed? Absolutely nothing, because with the damage like upgrade that we got, you basically kill a gob tank and a mech at the same rate as you did before, basically. So the whole changes that they did to like, oh, you know, oh, mechs feel too squishy right now, and we're gonna do something about this. It was a whole ass nothing burger, because they just die at the same rate, and if your team is good, you know, nothing changes. The comps don't change. That's it. Like they just butchered an entire mode.
I mean,
Speed run.
same with fucking the balances they did for Crystal Conflict. They gave everyone
Yeah.
X amount of HP, but they also increased everyone's baseline damage. It's like that point is just like, what's the point of doing that? Now that's null and void in itself. It's just it was stupid. It's just I feel like they do shit like that just to make the patch notes read longer. Because it's like, why are you increasing base damage of literally every job, but you also give them extra HP? Surely that nullifies the fucking initial point that you were trying to raise up. It's like it's like you just did that just to add more text to the already fucking AI generated patch notes. You know, it's like
Yeah.
pointless.
Like
But one second, just can you read you see the Colossal Key? He raised like a question in terms of like judging like the integrity of top 10 players there. Like, what do you think of that? Like, if you can read out should I read out the question or do you want to read it out?
is that in the chat?
Yeah, Koso Key.
Wait,
It would be great to listen to the tops of the leaderboard only if they actually do anything against win trading. Well, the problem of win trading is literally just like you can't really stop win trading unless you ban people and then you actively look at what's going on in the games. But they don't have enough people. Like they don't have GMs that are actually looking at games in PvP. They could do this, but you know, the problem with Square Enix is it's a Japanese company, but it's actually the most idiotic the Japanese company because they will not put money back to invest into the game that is doing very good. Because Final Fantasy XIV has a limited budget, and all the money that is generating from Final Fantasy, there's literally probably like 10% going inside back in the in the game, not even.
I think that's being too
So
generous.
yeah, but like if you put more resources, you will get GMs to actually look at the games of each games of PvP, and they will actually look at every logs, look at every report, and they will look if someone is doing some shady stuff. But the problem is they are not doing that. It's not World of Warcraft, it's not Blizzard, it's not any other games. Like it is Final Fantasy Square Enix. So also they are making the most like weird TOS. Like you don't even know. It's like it's very obscure. When you report someone, they are telling you, "Oh yeah, you reported. Something's gonna happen." Nothing is gonna happen because like 90% of the time, nothing is gonna happen. But like I don't know. You
Yeah.
can't
But
really do anything about win trading. The only thing you can do is have dedicated GMs. That's it.
yeah, like about the win trading thing, I feel like this like for me at least, it has nothing to do with the leaderboards because you know, and like the people who are there that suggest what needs to be changed. Like when it comes to win trading, sadly, there's nothing you can do. It's what Yato said. It's like we tried at some point to like set things straight as a PvP group, you know, as you know, like a lot of people basically coming together and saying, okay, you know, we should maybe, you know, like report to this, right? But in the end, nothing happened anyway, so it's not really up to us to do like anything, right? Because you
We
know,
are the player.
if they care, they're
course.
gonna ban the win traders. If they don't care, well, you know, we're back to square one.
The devs of this
Can't
game should do
really-
some fucking work. Spread the message.
Yeah.
Once again, the problem is not the player. The problem is Square Enix
It's the
not
lack
doing
of care.
anything.
It's just a lack of care that they put
Yeah.
into this.
You can even see it in the game in general, even in PV. Like what the what the fuck is Pictomancer?
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
the
Pictomancer
quote
burst is quite
unquote,
surprising.
like the quote unquote, you know, reworks that they've done, you know, slash Sunday patch changes. To me, they're just a whole like they're just a nothing burger, man. It's and I did say to whoever knew me at the time, it's like I said, if they don't do anything, then I'm just gonna quit playing PvP because, you know, if they don't care, then why should I care? You know, so you're seeing, of course, a lot of top players, right, leaving the scene, and it's just gonna go downhill from here. As I've always said, you know, if you're as old as me, if you've been playing this game, then to me at least, ever since 5.1, it's been going downhill, right? I think Stormblood was literally peak, and then after Stormblood, it just started to like it all started honestly to me when they wanted to do for jobs to be self sufficient, which means not put as much weight on um a melee DPS doing the calls and a healer doing healing, mostly on the healers doing healing. So like they wanted to like lift some weight off from the healers in Shadowbringers, right? And I mean, okay, like you hear about that and you're like, okay, it's not a bad idea, right? To have self-sufficient jobs, right? But when Endwalker came, they cranked like they cranked that up to the maximum, and they were like, okay, every job is self-sufficient to the maximum. Every job has its own healing, and yeah, now we just have a bunch of random numbers, some changes that don't even feel like changes, and yeah, they just slapped 1 or 2 buttons in, and that's it. Like, and mind you, they had over 4 months, like way more than 4 months, to consider what they were going to do for the next expansion PvP wise, and they did not use that time right.
Just to add to that, they 100% used Crystal Conflict and updating PvP as a selling point for the expansion, but obviously it got delayed by so fucking much, and the actual changes they released were so underwhelming. So it's like at that point, like it just straight up falls down to the point where they just straight up fucking lie to their consumers. They lie to their fucking player base. They just like you can't be giving them credit. Like they deserve. I don't want to be too harsh because I can get too harsh, but they deserve some fucking. They deserve some sort of backlash. Should I put it nicely?
Yeah. Like I don't want to be too harsh either, because I know they're way like understaffed. Like they can't do what we want them to do. That's the reality of it. But at the same time, they can't just ignore it, right? It's a problem. And the most important thing that I'm probably going to say today, and I will always keep saying this, no matter what, is, okay, you want to cater to the casuals, right? That's fine. That's fine by me, right? But you can't add comp in a game where you cater to casuals.
100%.
That's the problem. It's like devs need to realize comp and casual are 2 words you can't mix together. It's not realistic.
Yeah,
Like if I'm a try-hard sweat lord in PvP, right? I'm not a casual. I'm a different type. I'm a different type of player here, right? So devs need to cater. If they want to keep comp in the game, they have to cater mostly to people like me. Then
it's not even that. It's not even that. Like even let's just bring the casual in. Let's bring in the casual stuff. If they really wanted to fucking cater to casuals, they would release fucking play with friends. They would let you queue in with your friend. They would let you do so many different things. They would start introducing the what the fuck is their function that's like just been left out now. The create a party in Wolver's Den. The party function in Wolver's Den. Fucking useless. You should add the party system back in and make it so casuals can start earning points. Start like play with your friends. Start getting rewards through that way. They have so many ways of like giving rewards, creating content for the casuals and the fucking. And the competitive, but they're doing none of that. It's just the fact is this company is just in full neglect towards their player base, and it's not fucking acceptable. I don't want anyone here to accept this shit. It's just like not cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And reward wise, right? Because you were also like talking about that beforehand, and I would like to add something to that. So if you look at the forums, right, PvE wise, there's a lot of people out there that are like, because the new raid came out, the new 24-man raid, right? And a lot of people are trying to do it, get their 2 mounts, their minion, the sets, which look really sick, I think. And there's a lot of people out there that are like, oh wow, the set looks so cool. Oh, mounts locked under difficult content.
Yeah, that's
and then
stupid.
and then the average guy will be like, yeah, but you can buy both the minion, the hairstyle, and one of the mounts on the market board. Isn't that enough for you? Well, no, because I need to grind money. And I'm like, so okay, so you're paying a subscription to play this game. What do you do, if I may ask? You go to clubs and you just do nothing. Like,
Who's gonna take me out to
what do you
clubs,
do in
guys?
this
I need to
game, bro?
experience
Like,
that.
Hell yeah, bro. No, joking.
like,
Yeah, it's just ERP, that's it.
yeah, like, what do you do in this game? It's like, like the devs, right? They went the extra mile for you, the player, to, okay, if you don't want to do this type of content, you know, you don't want to do the mid-core content, that's okay. We'll add everything to the market board, right? And they don't even like that. And these are the type of players that suggest things in the forums, that we should make an already very casual game into a more casual game. I don't know how that's even possible, but they managed it.
Talking about those
Ladies
players,
and gentlemen, they have removed OGCDs. They have removed burst in a PvP game. That is completely unheard of
True.
talking about those players.
for me.
Talking about those players in the social media, when we were getting the fucking patch notes for PvP in Crystal Conflict, that these fucking wankers, these through gamers, these top fucking raiders, they were like, why is PvP getting so many patch notes and so many changes? I don't realize that we're getting patch notes with 500 potency change, 1,000 potency change, the good old classic 2,000 potency change. They fucking mean nothing. Like, Astrologian is still the top dog. Scholar is still the top dog. Samurai is still the top dog. Paladin is still the top dog. Like, they can't see it in their minds because they don't play this mode. It's just so fucking, it's just so unfun for the normal person to play this mode. Like, you have to be dedicated to PvP to actually enjoy it. They can't comprehend that our patch notes are pointless. They're just there just to make Square Enix look like they're doing something, but they're doing fucking nothing. You know?
That's the thing. Yeah. It's, you know, I'm not asking for them to do like, you know, like 10 billion changes in like over the course of a month, but they do have time. They have 4 months, right? You can at least maybe hire someone. You can at least maybe listen to people who are higher up on the leaderboard. You can listen to people that have played Light Party before, because I believe people that have played Light Party and know a lot about it could tell you a lot about this game. And I feel like they should listen to these kind of people more, if I'm being honest here. So yeah, like the last thing we want is, you know, for there to be a comp mode and all of the good players to actually be gone, because this season, you know, I'm sorry for whoever is new to PvP, but yeah, all the like actual good players are not even there. Like, or even if they're there, they're just not even, like, they're not playing the mode seriously. Like they're just playing for fun. Like, last I heard, at the very least.
For fun,
But
forehead. Imagine that.
like, no, I mean, now the only good players are like what, barely 30? Like, I don't know, maybe less.
I mean, true, 100%. They've neglected this mode a bit too much.
And this season has arguably been the most dead I've ever seen. The first time ever in expansion release, and lower ranks barely pop. Diamond, Crystal Q, someone has to beg for it to pop. Someone needs to ping a Discord. Like, come on, guys.
In Fizz, no one was actually begging for pops. It was just popping every night. Like, people were just hanging out and popping. No, like, it doesn't pop. Like, if no one is actually pinging, it doesn't pop.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, we have to be realistic here. It's like,
I just want to add here. I want to add, like, let's differentiate fucking game mode popping as a healthy fucking player base, and the game mode popping is the same 20 fucking dickheads queuing up, making the same fucking mistakes day in and out. I'm fucking bored of flaming the same fucking cunts. It's not even entertaining. Like, when I'm fucking bored of flaming people, you know, like, please, bruv, we need some new blood up in this bitch. I need to see new people. I need to see new faces. I'm sick and tired of seeing the 20 same dickheads just having nothing better to do.
We had a lot of new people at the start of the season, but they all stop. Why? Because they are top 300 and they are crystal. That's it.
I mean, yeah. this is the first time I did rank. Got to crystal, hit top 300, stopped playing because yeah, there's no gain to get anything else.
Holy, Tyler won.
He did. Holy
He
shit.
won the
That's
duel.
fucking girl, that's my war chief.
Wait, he's not even a veteran WoW player. That's it. This is ridiculous. uh,
But yeah,
uh,
I mean, you know, I think for me to close this up, I think rewards, while they are like important and they do add like incentive to the game, stuff like that. For players like me, rewards are secondary, because when I played PvP, I didn't play for no fucking reward, bro. I just did it because it was just fun for me, and I liked playing with other really strong teams when I played like Light Party. And I was playing Light Party for a long ass while, bro.
I mean, yeah,
And
100%. You can definitely tell when a good game is good because you're enjoying the fucking game, whether it's a win or a loss. But that's just like very rare these days. Like you cannot enjoy your fucking game because it's just bullshit.
yeah,
But
so I feel like if they actually fix the core balancing, which is the main issue, then everything else gets fixed as well. Then you can sort out what you want to do with rewards, like whether you want to bring back like um, exclusive rewards for top 100, or well, something like that. Anyway, like like rewards for top 30, for top 10. I don't know, like that.
yeah. So let's go into the next question. And what's your perfect version of Crystal Conflict? Like if you had to
Oh.
imagine the perfect version of like what you would think you would enjoy, like reward wise, rank wise, leaderboard wise, like the way the
I've,
ranked system is working. Like what's your perfect
I-
utopia of Crystal
I've
Conflict?
the perfect scenario there. It's literally you have to actually transfer to a different server, and it's a PvP server. So everything you do there is PvP related. If you go outside
Cloud
of
server.
like an
Hashtag cloud servers. Bring them.
actual city, you can get PvP'd by someone. You can get ganked. Um,
They're never
if
gonna
you
add that in
do
this game, but I
anything
like that.
related outside, you get like actually you yourself shit on, and you also queue in PvP there, and you can access your retainer there. You can access your house. You can actually have guild there. I mean, FCs. You can raid there as well, getting more rewards and shit like that. Like we could have actual like PvP servers, but we will never have that because Yoshipi is afraid of PvP server in general because he want to keep his casual player ERPing in the cities. But I'd say if we just talking about only CC, what you want to do is like, for example, light players have to go to chaos. That's kind of annoying for them. So just make them that the queue is across chaos and light, so you can have both data center to queue together. But they are not in the same data center. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also,
Global queues for you.
yes, I also had a lot of rewards, and you doing PvP, you also can get base for PvE content. Imagine you PvP, end of the season, you can get base. Or you doing PvP, you can trade your quote unquote credit score, like actual credit score that you gain in game for PvP reward. But it doesn't remove your score from your from the leaderboard or from your actual score, you know. But you can exchange this for a gear for PvP content, for example. So it rewards you to like play PvP to do PvE. Because if you only do PvE, then you can't do PvE at the same time. Like you are, I mean, you can do the same, but like you're gonna be late. And I just think if you only focus in one content in the game, like imagine you do a full PvE ND, well, you can do PvP. But if you're a full PvP ND, then you want to only focus on that, you can get beasts like that. So I think they should like mix both at the same time.
I'll keep mine a lot more simple.
Oh, yeah.
My utopia, like my CC utopia is if they start giving more than two shits about Light Party, because let me tell you right now, if they give more than two shits about Light Party, the core issues like let's say balance and the rest gets automatically fixed. Why? Because you know that Square will automatically know, okay, yeah, this team's pretty top, they're pretty biz, so maybe we should listen to them and what a group of people have to say with their because I think this game was not meant for solo queue. Like right now you play like Crystal Games, it's the same as it was in season 1. You get a bunch of people, they make some random calls. In most games they don't even make calls actually. Everyone's kind of doing like whatever they want, and it doesn't feel like a game mode to me. There's no vision there for me, at least. That's why I absolutely despise solo queue, because everyone's just doing like whatever the fuck they want, and there's no vision in any game. Like there are games where everyone's just silent, no one's doing anything, and it's you can't really win games like these, right? So with that said, I feel like this game's meant for Light Party, honestly. And I feel like the moment they start giving more than two shits about it, everything else just will slowly start to fix. Quote me on this anytime you want. If they start doing that, game fixed. Like game equals fixed.
How about you, Boo Boo? What do you want to say,
Me.
Boo Boo?
All right, so all I want is better matchmaking and less crowd control. Like, let me hit someone, Like, why do I have to be stunned into the ground, slowed, like not being able to move, hitting Purify is doing nothing, hitting guard, you know what I mean? Like, let me fight, man. That's what I want.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
you
need to bring
you want the CC resistance back, what he had in Fist. That was kind of good.
or the 5-second Purify.
Yes.
I don't know
Yeah.
why they nerfed that actually. It was a, but yeah, I mean, I can agree to that. Like it, at least for frontline, maybe not for CC, but for frontline, they should definitely bring CC resistance back, because, like, 24 people can just stun lock you to death, and there are a few people out there that are a bit sussy with their buttons. As soon as you get, it's like the moment you get like out of guards, you get stunned. Some of the polymorphs were sussy, canceling out your like LBs back in the day.
I mean, honestly, I want people to take the initiative to just stop using fucking mods, you fucking wankers. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna add an anti-cheat, but I guess this would also be a part of my utopian crystalline conflict
100%,
experience.
100%.
One where no one cheats, one where no one uses any.
We have people out in the fucking open be like, "Oh, I'm using it because everyone's using it." It's just no backbone, bro. No backbone. Start taking. Don't be a fucking pirate software. Start taking accountability for your own actions, your own self. Start with yourself.
It's like, to me, you know what the biggest cheat is? It's something that's never ever gonna be like mentioned to anybody, or like anywhere. But like in the Palestra map, right?
Yeah.
You know how in the 50%, if you slightly like face the camera towards the wall and your character's like behind one,
you get knocked back against the wall instead of...
No. Like, you know how your camera is just gonna fully zoom in, right?
Okay.
So there's a plugin, and I
here
don't
we
know
go.
what it's called, right? And I don't know what it's called, but I've heard from people that if you do that, right, you don't get the wall collision, so your camera is not gonna fully zoom in, if that makes any sense. And basically what that plugin does, it completely negates wall wall with camera collision. So
Disgusting.
if you're zoomed out, you're like always zoomed out, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I see.
So to me, that's the biggest fucking cheat you can do in
Well,
this map.
information in a competitive game is huge.
Yes.
Okay, well, I mean, for me, I just want matchmaking to actually make sense. I want I want there to be a D rank down to bronze 0. Like there should be no safety nets. It just makes no sense. Like those people that want to earn it, they will earn it. It gives them purpose to rank. It gives them purpose to play. It's like, okay, we got to so okay, I got to plat now. I'm just gonna play. I'm just gonna YOLO it till I get to crystal and I stop playing. You know, it's just that's most of the casual people's mentality. There has to be a reason to fucking earn your rank. You know.
Yeah, you should have DK, and
And DK, yeah.
we shouldn't have highest rating anymore. It's dumb.
Is it high? It should be active rating 100%
Yes,
as
it
well.
should be
Yeah,
active rating.
yeah,
Be
100%.
active, not highest.
Because the game, to put you with players, it uses your actual rating. It doesn't use your highest rating. And it's dumb.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, this is how the game uses it to match you, and it also uses your job, because you know at the start of like at Walker they told you, oh, we are removing job. How do you call it? Job exclusivity? No. Role based.
I mean, no one
Role-based
has a
queue, yeah.
personality in the game. No one has a personality in the game. There's no way to express your play style just because it's just such a slob fest with like green jobs being overpowered or certain jobs being just too fucking overpowered. Like you can't express yourself. Like let's say you were playing a champion in League of Legends, you could express your way of playing, your play style. You know, oh, that's that guy. You know, it's just you can't do that in this game. But just so we don't get too over time, the final question is like what's your takes on in PvP in general? Like what's like. Let's say you wanted to see something cool, like let's say they revamp Wolver's Den, they add the statues of top 10 players and it updates every season, like stuff like that. What general stuff would you like them to see, like aesthetically wise, to make it feel like, you know, it's like a battle arena, like intensity there, like just to make it feel more immersive in that sense? Is like, is there anything you guys want to add or you want to see in that regard? Changes, not so much balancing, more like
They need to
look wise.
They really need to rework the Wolf Den. It's been the same map for
I
1.0.
I
That's
knew
1.0.
knew this was coming. I knew this was
That's
coming.
1.0.
Yeah.
The same maps as 1.0, so they need to change it.
Okay. For me, boys, just either remove Red Sands or just add walls to it.
There is walls.
Dude, the map's dog shit. The map is dog. I hate it. But I map wise, aesthetically, aesthetics. I mean, I can only talk about map design really because that's something I've been doing for a while. I think I'm not a fan of gimmick maps like Volcanic, like C9, like C12 and stuff like that.
Quick.
Especially
What's everyone's most liked map, least hated map, most hated map, most liked, most hated?
Sorry, fellas, my goldfish is drowned in.
Okay.
Most liked Palestra, most hated between Red Sands and Volcanic.
Right.
I have to say. Volcanic is kind of a love-hate relationship, but I still fucking hate the map. It's like there's not a lot of space in that map for you to move around a lot. You can easily get outplayed with stuff like Reaper.
Reaper cheese.
It doesn't give you a lot. There's like there's a lot of walls, which is not too bad, but you know, it's both a good and a bad thing. But if you're at a disadvantageous spot in light party, at least on Volcanic, it's kind of hard to come back from that, at least from most games that I've played. The games that I've managed to turn around in Volcanic, the enemy team just whiffed every time. But still, I think this is just really bad map design for me. But I like the first map, the Palestra, because no map gimmicks. It's pure job knowledge, game awareness, all of that.
Yeah, for me, I would have to say Palestra #1, most hated Cock Tower. Fucking hate Cock Tower. Fucking gimmick spam, fucking jobs, picking up the coins like they're going fucking supermarket sweep, just spamming
Yeah.
LBs is just so bullshit, man. And the fact that the objective lands next to their spawn point and creates the most retarded overtime shit ever is like just such a badly designed map. What about you, Yato?
My worst map, I said, is the most hated map as well, is literally Volcanic. It's really badly designed, because when you're trying to come back into the game, you just jump into the pit, and then what you gonna have? 3 players waiting for you, and then you just die. There is no escape, because it's a L-shaped like corridor. And then them to come back, it's very easy to just take the straight
And then when
straight line.
when a bomb happens, you have to stay on the spawn.
And yeah, like the bombs event is really bad. And my most liked map right now, it's literally, yes, it's gonna be shocking to everyone, Cloud9. Because they added the worlds, and it's actually more enjoyable to play there. And the new arm feather on the ground is very funny to use, because even if you get punished for not taking a feather, you can still have like literally fast movement speed, and you can literally just kill someone like that. Like you can come from the other side of the map to the other side of the map in literally like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think C9 is my favorite map right now. Even though C12 is literally little bit right behind.
Okay, cool. Before we leave, do you think we're going to see meaningful changes on Tuesday?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry to be a doomer and a
doomer, yeah.
downer, but you and I had a bet on this,
Yeah.
and I'm willing to keep my end of the bargain. That's all I'm
cool,
gonna
cool.
say, bro.
I'm a
Okay.
believer. I've got a gut feeling that on Tuesday we're going to see some changes no one's expecting. I'm a believer.
All
Okay.
right, let's see it.
Yoshi P wants to bring the Yoshi P wants to bring, he wants to like, he's feeling himself. He wants to come out in a suit and tie. He's gonna be like, yo, I love PvP, let's do a tournament. And there's the current balance tournament is unwatchable. You'll fall asleep after the first Astro Paladin Samurai Scholar game, right? So he needs to change this. So I believe, bro, I believe.
If one don't know, like I'm pretty sure they're gonna do like small nerf and some small buff, but nothing that's gonna change the meta. Like it's gonna stay the 5 big guys and then the rest, that's it. And maybe 1 or 2 like map tweaks. And if they are feeling very generous, then they will change over time. But that's kind of about it.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
All right. Brilliant. Thank you, Blazon. Thank you, Yato. Thank you to Korn. Thank you to Kislips for joining in the first ever casting couch. Sorry, not cut. Sorry, bad habits. My habits die hard. To the first ever Kupo this grabbing his nuts. I hope you guys like that logo, by the way. Podcast. I appreciate you for having your takes. I'm gonna try to do it more regular, get more people involved. Top 10 players, top 100 players, just so they can have their take, a way to release their frustration or have their voice heard, because no one's having their voice heard by the community or by the fucking dog shit devs that should be doing some fucking work. So yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for helping me out today.
And thank you for
Yeah,
having
no
me, bro.
problem. No problem.
I'm looking forward to the future.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump right into my shower and jump right into CCQ again, and I'm gonna play Warrior.
Addict.
Feels very good. Now I'm gonna watch on him.
All right, cool. See you later.
All right. See you later, bros.
See ya, man.
All right, Chad, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.